Nowadays parents, I hope the same energy that you are using to pack lunchbox for your children, you're also using that same energy on their studies.
You see all these people that will just carry their phone and be saying, moms that pack lunchbox for their kids, I hope the kids are doing well in school. The food they pack for them is too much. I hope they care about their academics as much as they care about their lunchbox.
A group of women on TikTok are fighting, and the reason why they are fighting, you will not believe it. Hey guys, welcome to Banigos TV, and my name is Princess Banigo. So I came across this conversation on TikTok where women were conversing on, moms who are very intentional about, packing their kids' lunch for school. Now, different women have come out to say different things concerning this, and I'm here with that conversation, and I will want to hear moms all around the world leave me with their honest thoughts. This conversation started with one woman who felt like some mothers were doing too much by, packing lunch, and then their kids would not even remember what they're being taught in school, or they're just going to show off. And then another mom who was not having it came out and clapped back at her. And then this mom who started this whole drama came right out and clapped back to that mom saying, oh, I am not saying you shouldn't do, I am just trying to drive my point home. Guys, I am here with all of this. I don't want to talk too much. But when that woman replied, other moms came out and started giving their thoughts about all of this. Now let's go listen to what these moms and all of them, what they thought about all of this, and I'll be back.
Nowadays parents, I hope the same energy that you are using to pack lunchbox for your children, you're also using that same energy on their studies. Are you calling their teacher to check how they are doing in school?
Hi guys, so I just have to say this. You see all these people that will just carry their phone and be saying, moms that pack lunchbox for their kids, I hope the kids are doing well in school. The food they pack for them is too much. I hope they care about their academics as much as they care about their lunchbox. Why do you guys do that? See, there are some things you do and say, and the only way to interpret that action is just jealousy and bitterness. Because why would you think a mother that has time to, think about what they are going to pack for their child's lunch, and even carry camera and film it, and go through all those stress of sorting the best groceries and everything for their kids, will not care about their academics? Like, those things are not even cheap. Do you think those type of kids are going to cheap schools? Do you think those type of parents will not have enough money, enough time to, look after their kids' academics? I mean, you people just like to talk. You people just like to bring other people down, especially when they are doing things you cannot afford to do, or you are just too lazy to do. Because you are too lazy to pack lunch for your kids the right way. Yes, that's the right way. Does not mean other parents should not do it. And because you can't afford to do it yet, doesn't mean other parents should not do it. See, I know this is going to trigger some people, but I promise you this is not a shade to anyone. It's just to let you know that because you can't afford to do some things doesn't mean you have to be bitter to other people that can afford to do it and make them feel bad for doing it. Because last fingers are not equal, and the things some of you feed your kids, the things some of you give your kids to school. I was actually talking to a mom recently, and that mom was like, tibati jilaro, tibati say noodles, otito, I don't have time for all this wahala. Like, she literally cooks only noodles for her kid or her child to school. So you feel like noodles is like the best food for a child to eat. Like the best food. That child will become a president. That child will know the whole world. Like that child will be able to read encyclopedia, because you don't feed them too much. It's enough to just give them noodles to school. Some of you really need to unlearn a lot of things. Like, I won't even lie, my mother did not raise me like that, so I don't know what you people are going through. My mother cooked homemade meal in the morning before going to school. Like we don't even take what's it called, like cereal, where cereal they then say we don't take cereal. My mom will cook for us. She's going to pack us lunch, and whenever I come back from school, I'm going to meet a cooked meal after school. And my mom works. She's not a full housewife. She doesn't stay at home because she works. So I don't know who raised you people to just be thinking that waking up to cook for your child is like something too much to do. And these lunch boxes you people are seeing, they are not that big. Now video they make them big. A lot of you will say the food is too much, then you will buy the lunch box, you say it's too small for your child. Then you buy the lunch box, you say, it's too small for my child. Some of you people, your child carry 1 liter lunch box to school, 1 liter food jar to school. And you are complaining about the 300 ml thermos that is not even going to be full. People should just let people do them. Let people do what works for them. Let people do what they like for their kids. Let them do what they like for their kids. It's really unnecessary to be shading people just because you can't afford to do what they are doing. It's not necessary.
Hi guys, this video is from Mommy Zion, that lady that used to pack lunchbox for her son. So if you know her, please tag her to this video because I want her to see it. So yesterday, you posted my video, the one Insta blog post about lunchbox or not lunchbox. You posted it on your Instagram stories. After that, you made a lot of videos saying the person is out of jealous because you can't afford to you sure said a lot of things. But ma'am, that was not what I meant. There is nothing like hate, jealousy, or I can't afford that kind of lifestyle for my son too. I also have a son, same age with your son. I'm a fan of you. I used to come to your page to check what to cook for my son. But because I used to do that does not mean I should pack everything you pack in your son's lunchbox inside my own son's lunchbox too. But I don't think you're on TikTok. Go and check on TikTok and see the way parents are doing competition about lunchbox. I have a friend, she's a teacher. She used to tell me, the way parents are treating their child these days is crazy. You will see how they will pack lunchbox for them, but forget to do their assignments. All those children, they are not active in school. You said, all those parents packing that kind of lunchbox, their sons are going, their children are going to a good school, a better school, a clinical school. My son too is going to a good school, a better school. She gets, and that does not mean I don't feed my child well. I'm Ojuni. Hello, worry page me ero mommy be. So BT 18 te what is so jealousy. Jealousy about what? What are you packing that I can't afford? But going come video yen misunderstood eko besni wa for me, and I don't fucking care.
So I just want to add my 2 cents to this lunchbox saga that is going on. That people are saying, you're packing lunch for your child, but is your child performing well in school? Please, what does lunchbox, what the parent packs for the child, what does it have to do with the child's academic performance? How does these two things? How does he colorate? How? You guys are just jealous. See, when I see those videos of those intentional moms packing lunch for their kids, I'm like, go mama, be intentional about your kid. And the funny part about these lunchboxes is, these lunchboxes are small, the sections are small. So it's not even like the food is too much. It's just varieties of different food. You see rice, you see fruit, then snacks, juice and water. That is literally what these parents are packing. Balanced diets. And they're all in small portions. Let's say, for example, some people have picky eaters. And so they put all these things so that the child will have a variety of what to choose from to eat. I just literally, and I'm seeing other parents talking about, hope you're also paying attention to the child's academic performance. You're with them in their house to know if they're paying attention to the child's academic performance or not. If any parents is that intentional about their child and packing lunch for their child, for their child like that, what makes you think they're not also paying attention to the child's academic performance? If you're not intentional about your own child, leave other people's children alone. Because me, I'll do worse. You guys are just crazy. You guys are just jealous because what does the lunch have to do with the child's academic performance? If your child is dumb, your child is dumb. And I don't even believe any child is dumb in this world. I don't believe anybody is dumb. I believe people have different ways of learning. You know, some people can easily grab things this way. Some people, so I don't believe anybody's dumb. I don't believe if your child is not performing well, look for a way that your child can be taught to perform well. You get? But you saying that the lunch that parents are packing for kids can affect their academic performance, or hope the parents that is packing lunch for their kids are also paying attention to the child's academic performance. They just want to show off. They just want to show off what? Show off Capri Sun? Show off Ribena? Show off Five Alive? Is that not show off? People are showing off yachis. People are showing off better thing. Meat and egg and rice. Now you they call show off. That simply means you're a jealous person. You're just being jealous. Saying it's a teacher that is eating the food. That means you're just speaking for yourself. It simply means if you're a teacher, you're going to eat a child's food. See, please, you guys should just drop that nonsense and let parents be intentional about their kids.
So this issue of lunchbox, packaging of kids' lunchbox in a fancy way-ish, I don't think the original creator that Instablog posted meant it in a bad way, if we're being honest. I mean, what she said is valid. I mean, she has a very good point. In as much as we want our kids to look good, you know, have fancy lunchboxes, skincare, and everything that you can do as a parent, it is also important that their academic is top-notch. I mean, you try your possible best for them as much as you can in that area. You cannot overemphasize on that. There are kids in public school without fancy lunch boxes, and they are very brilliant. Likewise, kids in private schools, I mean top private schools in Lagos, and they are doing exceedingly well and great. Lunchbox or not is actually not a benchmark for kids' performances. Before you come for me and say maybe my kids don't attend the best schools or expensive schools, that's the problem of your family life. And the other mom creator, I mean the creator that responded to the original creator, that's her thing, that's her content, that's what she finds happiness in doing. So I can understand if she perceives it in that way. See, as long as you're doing your best for your child, you are a responsible parent and a present parent. Emphasis on responsible parent. Oh, don't let anybody pressure you. Fingers are not equal. No be today. Oh. If you can pack everything for your child, it's still your child. If you still cannot pack, that doesn't mean you don't love your child. At the end of the day, that is still your child. If you like wrong or you, that's your child. Honestly, kids are sensitive topics. There's no competition in motherhood. May God bless each and every parent out there trying their best. Ireo.
Today's episode of The Internet is Not a Real Place. I never would have thought on Obasanjo's internet that somebody will come out and try to correlate packing nutritious meals for your children and your children being brilliant or doing well in school. There is absolutely no correlation because I don't really get what the force is. One thing the internet will do is amplify your negative emotions. Like you think you are a hater, you will definitely find other people that are haters, because before I even had a child go to school, I have been preparing myself to do one of these lunchbox videos to actually like curate my baby's meals in a bento box, give her fruits, give her snacks, and every single thing that she needs. Because one thing kids will do is eat, snack, and enjoy themselves. Like they didn't come to this world to suffer. So I don't really know why we actually think that children will learn better or learn how to manage things by stifling them or like reducing meal quantities, or maybe just giving them more meat, because I don't really get. On the other hand, I think there's a correlation between people that actually pack nutritious meals for their children and brain development and their children just being excellent. If you're able to curate meals for your children, it's definitely proportional to how intentional you are about your child's study, from selecting a school for your baby to checking up on what they are doing at school to investing in the extracurricular activities. So please, if you're a hater and you're very invested in your child taking only, I don't understand, I don't even want to name any meals, then please, like, just log off the internet. Don't watch the content. Like, skip the video and watch other videos where people are probably packing other things for their kids. Like, there's really no force in these things. But anywho, guys, I'm just packing a meal for my baby girl, and I hope she has an amazing day.
So I've been seeing lots of videos about lunchbox just flying on my TikTok here and there. Mommies giving their self-goals on this lunchbox and food issue for their kids. Please, I just want to start creating content on this lunchbox packing and food for my child. People should please let me start before it will turn upside down, because all this one that I'm seeing now, can't they make me the fear? What is all this now that we just want to start our own? Now they can't they? But my own honest opinion on this issue concerning the first lady that made a video saying that the same energy we put into packing lunch boxes for our kids, we should also put same energy in their studies. Every mother wants the best for their child, and I don't know the kind of method they use in their school, but for my child's school, they have a book that states everything the child has done in school that day.
If she finished her food, it will be marked. How she performed in class, if she was friendly, her health, everything about her day in school will be stated in that book. So if there's anything the teacher wants me to know about my child, she will state it in that book. My own is just to go through it, see my child's performance. Is she doing well? Is she not doing well? Is there anything the teacher wants me to know? Everything is in that book. My own is just to read it and sign. If there's any comment I have, I will drop it in that book. If my child is not doing very well, it will be stated in the book, or the teacher would have sent me a message or call me. So if I'm giving my child, or if I'm packing lunch for my child, does not mean that I don't care about her studies. I think that is for every mother. We all care about our child's studies. People saying that she's not showing the aspect of her doing homework for her child, or the aspect of checking his studies. I think a line of content is about lunchbox and food, and that's so I think she's just creating content around that area. For instance, the way I wake up 5 a.m. every morning to make lunch for my child, to get her ready for school, I decided to film it, to create a content on how the whole process went, how I made breakfast, for how I packed a lunch bag and get her ready for school. Okay, I decided to film it and post it. It doesn't mean that when my child gets back from school, I am not going to do her assignments. Or for the fact that I filmed in the morning when I was packing a lunchbox and I did not film when I was doing assignments makes me a careless mother? No. So if I'm not filming that aspect, does not mean I am careless, or I'm only just concerned about the food she takes to school only. No. So I think that is the main point here. The fact that she's not showing you when she's doing assignments or checking her child's studies does not mean she doesn't care, or she focuses more on food. And concerning the lunchbox issue, all these things are small container. The content of the food is not much. Giving your child variety shouldn't be an issue. If you can afford it, do it. See, if you don't test orphanage before, you're gonna say to live a good life is good. If you can afford good food for your children, do it. If you have the money, do it. Nobody will come online and tell me how I'm going to train my child. We are all adults. We know what is right and what is not right. So for the quantity of food, that is not even affecting it cannot even affect their studies. There's time for lunch and there is time for studies. Whatever food your child takes to school, you know me say as they reach school, like, it's not go to chop am. When it's time for lunch, they are going to eat, and he or she will eat the quantity he or she can eat. Sometimes my child will bring back her food. Not be everything she dey chop. With the small lunch box compartments, she know they still finish them. And I'm sure there are most child like that don't finish their food. If you can afford to give her varieties or give him varieties, you do it. Okay, imagine now that you give your child a particular type of food and he or she doesn't like it, and when it's time for lunch, she opens the lunch box and sees that, like, I don't like this food, or she just eats little out of it, but she's hungry but doesn't like that particular food you gave to her. What if there's no option? That child is going to stay like that till closing hours. This lunch we pack for these kids, we don't go to ask them, what are you going to eat? Or will I wake my child in the morning, please, and baby, what do you want to have for lunch today? She's still young. These are children of like 2 years, 3 years. They are not even the ones making choice of what to eat. Now we just think, okay, let's cook this for them. Let's make this for them today. What if they don't end up liking it? And that is why varieties, giving them different options, will help the situation. Sometimes my child does not finish her main food, but she will finish the snacks and the fruits. So imagine that I only gave her food for the day and she did not finish the food. Definitely, I'm sure she won't be okay. But adding different types of snacks for her and fruits will help her if she doesn't like the particular food I prepare for her. Because bring your child varieties to school, provided it's not excess, provided it's not over. These are small lunch boxes. You are putting how many spoon of rice, putting biscuits, putting sweet, putting apple, and this thing. It's not too much. If you can afford different types of lunch boxes, buy it. Nobody will beat you. And those that cannot afford it, do with what you have. Don't put yourself under pressure. Let's try to do with what we have. If you can afford to buy the old lunch boxes in this life, buy it. If you know if you afford them, no police go arrest you. All right, mummies, just stop the whole bad goes about lunchbox, because me, I want to go into this lunchbox and lunch packing content. You people should not give me bad vibes. I beg you. Peace out. I come in peace, please, I'm not against anybody, or I'm not supporting anybody. I'm just sharing my own light on the matter, what I feel about this issue. Peace out.
Suddenly, everybody now has an opinion about content like this. Everybody wants to chase clout with content like this. Everybody has a lot to say about content like this. Scrolling from my FYP 2 days ago, I saw this lady saying, oh, the energy we are using in creating content like this, we put that same energy in checking on our children's study. Like, I go through all this stress. And you think in your cockroach head and brain, you think I will not use that same energy that I put in creating content like this to make sure my child is doing well in school? I just find such videos funny, because I know that you people coming out to say all these things, I wouldn't call it jealousy, to be very honest. I wouldn't call it jealousy. And if it's jealousy, God help you. I just call it like, you people just see that, okay, there's a trend going on. Let me quickly hop on this trend and use it to generate traffic before the trend goes out of style. That's just what I believe the matter is. Nevertheless, you cannot stop me from packing lunch for my baby.
Wrap this up with me while I talk about some things I've seen on the internet. Those people that always come online to say, oh, that these people pack a lot of food for their kids and whatnot and whatnot. See, you see that two things now. This creator, Monetization, she sells food flags, and every day you see her pack food for her son, right? Her 2-year-old son. Inside that 2-year-old son food flask, the lunchbox, Monetization go put. She get flasks for water. She get flasks for juice. She get flasks for where they put fruits and some selene. She get another flask for where they put food. Right? Now, she has this flask in sets. Do you understand? Like, they come in sets. She sells food flasks. So, most times, she tends to advertise her business as they pack food for her pikin. Do you understand? So, most people are selling lifestyle to you. They're either selling their lifestyle, or they're selling the food. Because, see, let me tell you put the truth. I've watched a couple of creators pack food for their children. And I just feel like some people just come to this internet to pressure everybody. Because the ones that are even obvious, that there's this woman that her children are mixed. Their children are Caucasians, they are mixed. I don't know if it's Caucasian they call them, but they are mixed basically, right? I don't see what that woman packs for her children. See, put in, we don't cook better jollof rice, put small chicken. Do you understand? Put juice for them. You don't finish. Even people like Real Worry Picky, I don't see when she pack food for her picky. Even the one which they used to advert, you know, choke. The way other people, you go see this woman, go put grape, you go put watermelon, you go put orange. For us, for your picking classmates, we go chop am. The time when we dey small, where all these big people they do big man, that time they want pressure, they put their pack food for their children. Also, we know they pack food for us. Now we they work am. Now we they chop am. That time, say they get one particular boy named Bolaji. That time, I go they keep space for Bolaji food because Bolaji know they chop. The thing plenty. How will you give your child grape? Give her orange. And you feel say now, you know your picking they chop that thing. Now your picking classmates, now they help and chop them. Or your picking teacher, now they chop them. Seriously. Because I don't understand how a 2-year-old would eat all those things and be focused enough to read or to even listen. Guy, if you chop, even me maybe adult, if I over chop, guy, I go don't sleep, they go. Talk more of 2 years old picking whenever I even know left from right. And another thing is, I don't fault them more. I just feel like they're just giving food for people where their parents not to get, or teachers where never see food chop. At least if they chop, if they get people like Mommy Zion, like 5 for class. You don't know, say the teacher don't see afternoon food. You don't see afternoon food now. I'm just saying this thing, like everybody has the right to pack whatever they want to pack for their child. It's their child, right? If they feel like giving the child excessive food to feel like, oh yes, I'm doing well for my child, let them do it. You, if you don't get, you say put your eye for the one where you get. If na rice and egg, give them rice and egg. If na rice and sardine, give them rice and sardine. You don't understand? Your picking said go there, alright. So you should actually let them to do whatever they want to do. They are content creators. See, most of these content creators, their lives are not the normal. Their life on the internet is not like the way we live our life. We are creating content for a fucking God's sake. It cannot be like your normal life. Even there, for the normal life, they know they live like that. So you guys should calm the fuck down, okay? If you get, you give your picking. If you don't get, no give them. When you get, you go give them. But if you can't get, when you give them excessively, and you know.
Hi guys, so I wasn't going to, say anything about this matter anymore because I don't like drama. Anything that has to do with going back and forth with people is not my thing. But I've been getting a lot of screenshots, a lot of messages from my loved ones, people that really like what I do. I've been getting a lot of messages from them telling me how I'm trending on TikTok. And the last video I made wasn't directed to anyone in particular. It was just like a general, making a general video about an opinion. This thing is not like a new trend. It's not like this is the first time someone is talking about it. And I don't really respond to them because I just feel like people always have opinion. No matter what you do, people always have their own, perspective about it. So I don't really respond to it. But I feel like it has not become like a trend for people to always say, oh, you're packing too much food for your child. That child doesn't know book. Show us the book, show us the reading, show us this and that. You get, like, it's actually becoming very annoying. Okay, fine, let's assume your child is going to school and they happen to not really be brilliant. I can stop giving them food because of that. Like, really? And everyone saying, oh, too much food will actually make the child dull and the child will sleep in class. What exactly is a 2-3-year-old supposed to be doing in school? Fine, they're supposed to learn, but it's not like they're supposed to learn the whole world. Like, these kids are going to school just for exposure at their age. They're still very young. You cannot be in the UK or in the US and send a 2-year-old to school. They are not yet ready to start learning in school. They're just going to school because some of us, we stay in, in places that they don't really have much people around to play with. So we send them to school so they can mingle with other kids. You people now saying, okay, because the child is going to school and we're packing lunch for them, that is why they will not, be brilliant in school, or they will not know what people are teaching. My child is not dull. He might not be able to read, or he might not be able to write yet, which is okay for his age, but he's not dull, and he's very, very smart. Smarter than some of you that are even dropping those comments. Have you seen what kids of nowadays can actually do? Sometimes I will say some things and do some things, I'll be like, how do you even know these things? Yeah, that is how smart they are. Another thing I want you Nigerians to understand is that
being smart doesn't have to be about going to school, learning, reading, and writing alone. And the fact that a child is book smart doesn't mean they are going to be successful in life. Some of the most successful people in the world are not even educated, like they did not go to school. I'm not a fan of, telling people how to live their life, how to take care of their kids, or what or not to do for their kids. Someone that is grown enough to have a child is definitely an adult and can make decisions themselves. They know what they want for their kids. They know what they want for their life. So let them just leave it how they feel like it's okay for them. You said in my last video, this is not a shade to anyone, and I'm not even here to go back and forth with anyone. The comments under that video shows that a lot of people are actually very angry and bitter about this thing, which is really unnecessary. And what do we even call that if it's not envy or jealousy? Because that is what it is. My video is not directed to anyone in particular. It is directed to every single person always dropping comments and, saying stuff about how the food we are packing for our kids is too much and how it's going to make them dull and not, concentrate in school. I want you guys to know that that is a very big lie. Giving kids food to school actually help them. They will not go to school thinking about food. A child that has a full lunchbox will not go to school thinking about food. It is a child that is hungry or that knows that there's nothing in his lunchbox to eat that is going to be thinking about food. Have you ever seen anyone that is full thinking about food? It's only when you're hungry that you think about food. So an hungry child is an angry child. If you want your kids to actually do well in school, give them good food. Food will not make them forget all those things that people say about how food makes kids dull. If anything, it actually makes them smart. The choice of food you feed your kids is actually going to help their brain. Give your kids food, give them snacks, give them fruits if you can afford them. It helps their brain. If anything, it doesn't stop them from learning and it doesn't make them dull. It doesn't make them sleep in class. The only kids that you don't give enough food regularly that will see food and overeat. A child that is actually exposed to food will not overeat. They stop eating when they are full. Sometimes even before they are full. So forget all this overfeeding will make them dull. I beg. And forget that parents don't see anything anyone even has to do with their child. It doesn't concern you. No be you born the pikin. No be you want spend money on top of the pikin. No be you want do anything for them. It's not like you have anything to do for this kid. So stop dropping your 2 cents about other people's kids. It's not necessary. It is very, very unnecessary. Okay? Bye.
One of those saying that woman did nothing wrong. She said nothing wrong. If you look at her very well, what's in the pain and for mind? Go. She dey talk am underground, undertone. Ajasa you, mama. But the main thing, which she want use cover within the pain am, now she put forward. What do you mean by I want teacher mama John? Are you okay? Our teacher's hungry. These children stay in school till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Èyí tó ṣe lesson, èyí tó ṣe dancing, èyí tó ṣe taekwondo, oríṣiríṣi. Kí wá fi ọmọ sínú school, kó má ní options, kó má lè wò pé eléyìí òun jẹ́ kí mo lè. And for God so good. Some of the children even eat. And like a lot of these schoolers are very small. The last ones I got, you need to see how small they are. And they are very small. But pari any pe in kote yon fi omo e se okon nyola kokon ato ya oni o ba mo mi Zion wi pe enikan lo ba wi ọkọ mo Zion lo báwo lo ṣe mọ̀ amebo iko ta nso niyan kí ló ń wá kiri nǹkan tó wà ní lunchbox ọmọ ẹlòmí ò ṣe problem ẹ ẹ̀yin lè máa bọ́ ọmọ yín sọ̀rọ̀ tọmọ yín bá dàpọ̀ ọmọ yín ti dé láti school ti rí nǹkan tó yẹ pé ìwọ ló ní láti kọ́ ọmọ ẹni kó má lójú kòkòrò tọmọ yín bá ti rí nǹkan tó fẹ́ níta tó mọ bó ṣe máa kọ́ ọ̀bẹ bó ṣe máa control ẹ̀ ó yẹ kó gbálé wa lọ ni ọkọ̀ gbálé àwọn tó ń ṣe lunchbox fọmọ wọn lọ kó gbálé wọn lọ kó lọ́jà pé ọmọ mi wọ́n ti rí nǹkan nínú olójú kòkòrò ó lè ní gbogbo yín ó lè àwa wí tẹ wọ́n extend ẹnìkan rí bákan ẹnìkan at the end of the day kò tèmi sọ ni pé kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ jẹ́ there is nothing you will do to it whether you are good o you are trying to say the academics the kinikan ẹni tó bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ó máa sọ̀rọ̀. Academics has nothing to do with the lunchbox. If you want to, just be saying, if you come outside talk about lunchbox, maybe people no bash you. So you guys put academics. And so Tom, you bati mo when say come on. Or do you think this generation of parents are the generation of parents that whoop the child like this? Don't go see mo. You want nobody for babies. You want ni whatever ma fi become ma fi call our shebe. What follow me on you? Law school. In poly bag. Kilo change in life for 30 plus one in the trenches. In the trenches no one now. That's life. The fact that you took poly back to school, why didn't it skyrocket your life? Why not change your life? Why not give you better advance? Why not give you better change? As they look you so you don't kiss past 35. Got to make no one worry. I am just surprised because no matter what, see children matter just to it be one kind. Those people, you barely even understand them. So if you can afford it, why not buy varieties? You got to come sweet is masheku, cake is masheku ajomaje. It's not even your problem. Misha bleak me. Omo ti won fi owó tọ́ kò lè wà ní school kò nje ma distract ẹ. Ọmọ yín tẹ́ fi owó tọ́, òun ló máa lọ ma wo lunchbox kiri. Ọmọ yín tẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀, òun ló máa lọ tó máa wo lunchbox kiri. Kò sí nǹkan tó yẹ pé wọ́n kan wà distracted torí oúnjẹ no, kò ṣọmọ mi. Bí ọmọ tiẹ̀, èwo ni pé ọmọ wà distracted in school kini kan. Ebi ló ń pa gbogbo yín, ìyà ló ń jẹ yín. Because if you even think deep about these things, you're looking at children matter, and children they ingest all those things, and children they download the food. So why are you bothered? Why are you bothered? If I see someone cook this online and I cook the same thing for my child, what is wrong with it if I can afford it? Any fake life. One with a local to I don't understand. We be like my own before. He say, if you like, go put your husband for gbese. How they take they put themselves for gbese for food? You people are just looking for where to pour your hatred. And the truth is, some people can actually afford that lifestyle. Leave it at that. Me, I can't afford a lot. I don't get money, but maybe gold and diamond. Now they take to that lunchbox. If he's cool past my front, if I see him, if I like him, I go buy him. And every blessed day, I will give my picking lunch. I will give him snacks. I will give him juice, and I will give him water. You know, concern anything. Everybody gets the arrangements for their head. But when I just believe everybody just come out, I won't come to your question. Look, sneakers and chocolate one bit. Tani yanje gogo. And I'll call you fake life. I'll call. Show call you ni. To have my share once. I don't live fake life. I don't go checking. Take about shele. Show mama tell mama. This thing is just about children. How we take which audience we extend from this children issue to start entering ourselves. Then they yab ourselves because of children matter. What's in concern you and the way they dress? You know, go on the criminal page, go advise them. I get what they get. Their shots, my own shots, shot with their own shots. I don't even have time for all that. I don't have time for all that. But I'm just trying to let you know that. Now hatred and jealousy. Because look at our lunchbox. Our lunchbox, that's what I saw. But we are not talking about parents like you that wearing short clothes. We are killing Lokuni. Don't just as me to see what I believe we are. I beg you. I never even start. Back to lunchbox issue. If you cannot afford shit for your child, and you see someone else doing it, so because you cannot afford it, you feel that's the proper way to train your child in your own mind. They use and console yourself because you don't get new. You're not going to extend that to the next compound.
Now, this is my honest thought in all of this. As a mother, it's your duty to feed your children right and give them all the love, all the care, and everything the best as much as possible. But in the place of doing that, you should not forget that, yes, the food, the lunch, they are important, but training that child right matters. Making sure that that child is not just thinking about food, because the other lady was saying, oh, that the children will just be thinking about food, which I don't think so, because a proper school, there's a proper standard. When it is not food time, you're doing class works, you're doing what has to do with school related. I mean, this can be, arguably, diverse. We can say so that, oh, it could go this way and it could also go the other way. Now, I'm going to leave it to you guys, that all the viewers, to leave me with your honest thoughts concerning this. Let me know what you actually think about this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.
Hi guys, let's pack lunch for Zion. It's Zion's birthday today, and of course I'm going to be packing him a very special lunch. I'm using our new bent go stainless steel set. So first I prepared the food jar with some hot water and set it aside, and I'm going to be making him some fresh orange juice with my butchie Miss Juicer, because it's his birthday, everything has to be fresh. So the juice is ready now. I put some in his insulated bottle, keep them in the fridge, and start making lunch. For lunch today, I'm making asun pasta. Zion is a pasta lover, so of course pasta is the perfect meal to make for him on his birthday. So I started off by making the asun stew base. Then I put some pasta to boil, poured in the boiled pasta, added some veggies, mixed together till well combined, and food is ready now. I put some in his food jar, close it up and set it aside. And now onto the fun part, which is the lunch box. For snacks, I made these alphabet shaped cookies to say happy birthday to him, and for fruits I gave him some apples and grapes. Then I made this cute cutout with some strawberries. This is me putting my whole heart into his lunch box. What do you think, guys? Did I nail it? Filled his water bottle with some not so cold water, and time to pack the bag. I put in his lunch box, food jar, juice bottle, cutlery set, and water bottle on the side of the bag. That's it, guys. Let's go get the birthday boy ready for school. So my baby tried to do a quick transition for you guys. What do you think? Did he try? This is his first try, of course. And check out our outfits now. My baby looks so good. Happy birthday, Zion. Mama loves you so much. Bye, guys.